Hey everybody, and welcome to Family Craft Night. I'm Steve Piacenza.
And my name is Cathie Fillion.
And today we have 10 different ornaments we are going to be making.
And all of these ornaments are family friendly. Kids are going to love making these. These are great for the classroom, and they're great if you're having an ornament making party.
We're going to be using family photos, recycled items, and kids' fingerprints.
So do us a favor, please drop us a comment. We're going to be answering any questions live. If you have friends that are interested in ornament making with kids, be sure to share this video with them, give us a like, and make sure that you follow Plaid on all of their social media channels.
Absolutely. Why don't we show them a few what we're making before we make them?
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so let's quickly walk through. First up, we're going to be working with the photo transfer, and that will allow you, look at this cute, hilarious Santa picture. I love this so much. This is Deanna's kids. So we're going to show you how you can transfer your photo onto fabric, and you can create pillows with it, like this little ornament here. You can create so many different projects.
It's such a cool form. If you've never used it, you're going to love this.
And it's easy. It looks really hard, but we've got lots of tips to show you how to do it.
Okay, and recycled items. We love to recycle stuff, so we are going to show you how to make very simple using milk and juice caps right over here. And it's as simple as Mod Podging your kids' pictures on it, family pictures, even scrapbook pictures on top of these caps.
So adorable. I love how those turned out. So simple. And we're going to be showing you the Mod Podge Sparkle formula on this cool wreath. This is just done with puzzle pieces. Everybody's got a puzzle that's lost a piece or two. So this is a great way to recycle some of those up.
This is a fun one too. We love plastic ornaments now. They have a lot of plastic ornaments.
For the kids,
These are great for kids. And we're using some apple barrel paint inside of these. We're gonna show that, and a kid's fingerprint right on top, and make these cute little snowmen. Very easy.
So we've also got a really fun ornament that is using a family photo and glitter. And would you believe that this ornament started out as a gift card? So this is just a recycled gift card, really fun way to take some of those old gift cards and create something new with it.
Also, Podge Ultra, which we're going to show you how to use, which is great stuff, and we're going to show you to put beads on top of a plain old wood ornament right here, build that up. And where's the Ultra? Is it here?
Yep, right here.
There we go.
That's the spray.
That's the Spray Ultra. This is a wonderful product. I'm not sure how many of you guys have used this yet, but we're going to show you how to use it. It's a great formula, super, super strong. We're going to show you how you can do little beads like this that aren't going to move or flake off.
I think that's such an impressive thing about this because especially working with kids, you know, if you want to glue down like lots of macaronis or things like that, that is so solid. It's not going anywhere.
It's so strong, and the great part about it is non-toxic. We love that with the kids.
So we also have some mason jar ornaments. Oh, I should say mason jar lid ornaments.
Yeah.
Both of these were made with mason jar lids. Of course, you could use any kind of spaghetti sauce or pickle jar lid, whatever you have. Lid. So we got a little dino, and then this is just a paper tree using straws.
Here's two more. And of course we use our mason jar lids because we have hundreds of them laying around. We got to use these guys. So we're going to show you how to use these using snowballs, a cap, a little bit of paint. We can to make this one here, and this one here is another one with, I love using the ribbon around the sides, a little poof ball. We made a hat, and two more caps on top to make a snowman.
So all of these ornaments are really family friendly. Again, like we said earlier, we're using family photos and fingerprints and recycled materials. Yeah. So should we just dive in?
It's family night. Let's do it. Okay, Kat, go ahead.
Okay, so first up is our photo transfer. So this is the Mod Podge Photo Transfer Medium, and it comes in a couple different sizes. You can get one with a brush, a little bottle that would do a few projects. This will do a ton of projects because you don't use that much. The most important thing to remember about this is that you're going to need to make a copy of your picture. And I'm asking you not to use inkjet. So inkjet is water-based and it could smear. So use a toner copy, or what I call laser copy, from the copy shop. So I just went, I had my photo, I made the copy of it, and then I sized it to what I wanted to use. So these are color copies from the copy shop. These are not from my printer. It's like, no inkjet. Every time we do one of these videos, everyone asks, can we do inkjet? No inkjet.
It smears, you don't want to use it.
Again, we're gonna be answering your questions live, so if you have any questions, you just type them up and we'll be there to comment. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're going to coat your paper with the photo transfer medium. And I've got a piece of fabric here that I'm gonna be applying it to. This is 100% cotton fabric. It's thin. You can also use thick canvas. You can use all different types of fabrics. You just wanna make sure that it's a cotton fabric. So I'm going to apply my photo transfer medium right onto the front or the printed side of my photocopied photo, not inkjet. And I'm going to brush that. You want to get a thick coating. So I like to start in the middle and work my way out. You want a thick coating. You don't want to see the picture at all. And you definitely don't want to get your fingerprint in it. So if you see here, and I hope you can see that close, I've got a little border edge. That's where I can touch my finger. You don't want to put your finger here, because if you do that, that part's not going to transfer well. So make sure you give yourself a little border for handling. And you'll just smooth that out. If you see a spot that looks dark, go ahead and just add a little bit more. And I like to really smooth those brush strokes out. And then you'll just pick it up by those corners. If you add that little border, you'll be thanking me when you have to pick it up by the edges. And you'll just place it right onto your fabric. Now I'm sewing with this, so I left this nice border around there. If you were doing it on something like a store-bought pillowcase or something, you would just put it wherever you wanted it. And then start in the center and smooth the paper down. I'm just putting a light pressure, I'm not pushing too hard. You don't want to have it seeping out the edges. Now this is the second most important part of this project, and if you don't do this, your project won't work. You must wait 24 hours at this point, a whole long 24 hours.
And no blow dryer, no putting it out in the sun, just stick it on your counter and walk away for 24 hours.
In the oven.
No oven either.
Don't do the oven. So you're just gonna take this and set it aside and put it aside for the 24 hours. Now I wanna show you the process of removing the paper. So basically what's gonna happen is the image is gonna stick to the fabric like this, but in order for it to get to this point, you have to remove all the layers of paper. And it's very simple, but I'm asking you to be patient when you're doing it. This one here, I've removed the first layer of paper. And what you're gonna do is just go in with a damp sponge. You don't have to saturate it too much.
Now I find this process fun.
Yeah,
I enjoy
it's nice.
it.
Well, because you're like each layer, it's, you know,
and it's
revealing.
It's revealing the picture underneath.
So you just go in and you're gonna get that wet. And then with the sponge, I like to start in a circular motion.
And you can see that paper coming up.
And you see that paper starting to come up. So for this picture, I did this technique about 6 times. So you go in, you do this, you scrub away that layer of paper, then you're gonna let it dry and you're gonna do it again. So this one here.
And dry for about a half hour.
Yeah, it's not like too long.
It's not long.
This one here, you can see a little bit more of the images coming through. This one has been done twice already. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get it wet. And then you'll just keep rolling away at that. Keep rolling. And you can already see I'm getting more off. Now, you can also use your finger. So let's see if I can get some to come up. See that ultra fine? You can see that paper is still on there. That's why you have to keep doing this. Let me push it to there so you can see it better. All that just came up with my finger. So once you have done that, and every picture is a little different, this took about 6 times. Once you've done that, you're gonna get a clear picture just like this. And it's fabric, it's
super
washable.
Cool. Yeah.
You can sew with this. You can cut this out and Mod Podge with it, with your fabric Mod Podge. We made this cute little pillow. And on our blog, we've got more step-by-step pictures for all the sewing. And we just backed it with some fun Christmas fabric. And we used this red ribbon. You can see that's in there, and just sewed a little pillow ornament. How sweet is that? And you can do it with any family photos. Color photos, black and white, doesn't matter. Just remember, no inkjet. You wanna laser copy it, and you've gotta wait that 24 hours once it goes down.
And you can do any size you like, which is really fun.
For sure, that is like what's so cool, especially if you go to like a Kinko or a Staples. you can get an 11 by 17.
Yeah.
You know, you just want to coat it all the way.
These are fun for pillows.
Yeah. Well, and if you're in the
Also,
classroom,
yeah.
this is the project where you can start it one day, then the next day a little bit more happens on it, and the kids will love, you know, revealing that paper.
Okay, should we move on?
Yeah.
Well, that's photo transfer. Great product. Next, we're gonna do a little recycling, and we used juice and milk caps right up here. You can see all the caps we do. So if you guys are liking this project and you want to do a bunch of them, start collecting now, because this is really easy for the kids, really fun, great classroom craft project, and great for the holidays. Here is your brush
and
there.
you know, if you are in a classroom situation, you can ask your students, everybody bring in a cap or two, and then surprise the parents with what you do with them.
Okay, so what we're doing is, here's our cap here, and it's as simple as find your cap size and your punch size. So we just printed this out, this picture here, we found the punch size, and that's gonna go right on top like that. Now we're using our Mod Podge gloss, and you're just going to go right on top of your cap like that. This project couldn't be simpler, and fun for everybody. And of course you can pick any image you'd like. I'm taking the back because I like to coat the fronts of when I'm putting it on, and the back of my printout. And then we're just gonna go right on top and go right on top to seal it down with the Mod Podge. There we go, look at that. Very simple. I would let this dry for about 10 minutes, but because we're filming, I'm gonna go to the next step, which is pipe cleaners. So we're using pipe cleaners to use as hangers, just like right here on the tree, and it's very simple. You're just going to wrap the bottom of it with the pipe cleaner. And of course, pipe cleaners are great because they come in so many different colors. So, color of your choice. And we just twist like that. And we're gonna go make a little bit of a hanger. Now you can kind of make this any size you'd like. I'm just gonna go around like that. And there you have it. So you see how quickly that was. I mean, that took me no more than maybe 2 minutes. And then of course we have these little pom-poms here, and we did a little hot glue, put a little dab right there. So you can see, here is the final result. And you can do your whole entire family, you can do all your kids. This is great for classroom. Start collecting these caps. This is a fun, easy project for the whole classroom to do, or for the whole family to do.
So next up, I want to show you a really fun way to make a wreath out of puzzle pieces. Now, I'm pretty sure...
This is one of my favorites.
I think I probably did something similar to this back in my kindergarten days. So,
well, you know why? Because everybody has a closet full of puzzles, I think. All those puzzles that have been up on those shelves forever that are just sitting there, this is a perfect opportunity to use those pieces.
And like, if you think about it, you go to like a yard sale or something, you
Always
see a puzzle
there.
box and it's like, are all the pieces
Yeah.
here? You know, so if you're missing pieces of a puzzle, this is the perfect project for that.
Yeah.
So I want you to see if you can get a close-up look of all that sparkle on there. So that sparkle is from our Mod Podge Sparkle Formula, and that's the pink label. And you can see this is a well-loved bottle. It's like one of my favorites. So this is really simple to do, and it started out as a birthday plate. So we had these birthday plates left over, and what we did was we cut it into a couple different shapes. You're gonna wanna cut a ring, and then you're gonna wanna cut a circle shape. And that's what you're gonna create the wreath and the photo backing. So what we did is, on our ring, we just hot glued puzzle pieces all the way around. And I wanna show you that we hot glued them with the print side on the back. That way when we were painting it, we had one solid color. So then we painted it green, just as easy as that. And that's all on that ring there. So that's all painted green. Then, this is the magic part. We wanted to add sparkle. So we just use our sparkle formula, and you just coat it just like this. Oh, I should put a piece of wax paper down. We just coat it just like this, and that's gonna dry, clear, but sparkly. So I'm gonna show you that sparkle. It's subtle, so if you wanted something a richer, deeper sparkle, you would use Mega Glitter Mod Podge, or you'd use Extreme Glitter Mod Podge. but this is that really pretty fine glitter. Then you're gonna take your photo. This is a picture of the girls and Eddie at Big Bear last year. And that is what you're going to Mod Podge onto your circle from your paper plate. So that's just with our gloss formula. And let me get that out of the way. We're just going to Mod Podge on the back of this picture. Add Mod Podge all over. And then, I just got it into some of our sparkle. Just place it right onto your circle cutout. And this is just a copy from my computer. It's not the real picture. And then once this is dry, once you have your thing all done, you just glue it to that. You just sandwich it together like that. It's really that simple. And then you can see on the back what we did. This is our finished design. So we added buttons and pom-poms and things to our picture. We added a ribbon hanger, and then we just glued with Mod Podge another piece of paper to the back, just so it has a decorative look on the back too. Because
absolutely,
you know, especially like sometimes people, you might be making these ornaments with your kids to give to their grandparents,
right.
Or in the classroom, you might be, you know, students to give to their parents.
Well, we always put backings on ours because this is also it's also a great way to put the name and the date.
Yes, so, yes, a good place
or to and from, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So we always finish off the backs.
You definitely
You
want
can
to
also
date them.
use this the puzzle pieces with CDs
Oh,
we were
yeah,
talking
yes.
about. So
Yes.
if you have old CDs that you're not using, old DVDs, you can go all the way around. You can actually put your picture right in the middle of that and go around it with the puzzle pieces.
Yeah, yeah. So
we were also talking about the large, a larger wreath with puzzle pieces because
Yeah.
these were so cool. We're like, we should make a really big one.
Well, even like embroidery hoops. I mean, really, you could recycle anything into this. So yeah, there's lots of ways.
We couldn't do them all though. All right, shall we move on?
Yes.
All right, let's move on to our plastic ornaments. And again, we were talking about these are great for kids because they're plastic, they don't break, and they're wonderful.
And I like that you can buy these in bulk now.
Yes.
You know, so when they first came out, it was like you could buy one or two, but now you can buy like big, huge packs.
Yeah, they come in those
It's
big,
nice.
they come in 6 packs and 8
Yeah.
and the big jumbo ones, so that's great. Okay, so you can see right here what we did. I'm gonna show you how to do this, and we used the apple barrel paint inside the ornament, not on the outside. I'm gonna show you very quickly how it's done, and it's done very easy. I love using plastic cups here for a couple different reasons for this project. So you wanna take off the lid there, and we are going to be using this blue and our folk art metallic. It's upside down because there's not much left of this, so we had to make sure it came out for this project.
Drop.
Exactly. Okay, so all you're gonna do very simply is you're going to drop your paint directly into the lid, and I'm just going around. So this is gonna take a little bit of time, but I'm gonna show you guys will be able to get the idea very quickly. Like so. You don't need too much because you're gonna be rotating this around and it's going to grab onto all the sides. Then I want to put a little silver because that's basically just the color of my choice for this project. Again, you can go very Christmas, go red and green. You can do, I have found that 2 colors work really great. You go over 2 colors, don't you feel it gets a little muddy?
Yeah, it can.
So you got to be careful with that.
Well, and with the kids, you know.
And with the kids.
This is another one of those projects that has some dry time, so it's a really good one if you want to start this one day with the kiddos and then let it fully dry and then do the next thing. So if you're looking for something that can be more than just
and you're
a
rotating.
30-minute deal.
So you can see what's happening there on camera. You're just going to keep rotating, and this is going to change constantly as we keep rotating it. And the blues and the silvers will mix together beautifully. So your color combinations are up to you and what color paints you want to use. We're using the folk art and the apple barrel. And then from here, I would keep rotating this a little bit longer, but again, because we are filming, I want to speed it up a little bit. You turn it over like so on top of a plastic cup, and you're going to let that all drip down, and then this whole entire ornament inside will be covered like that. Okay, so let's move on. We'll put this over there, would you, Kat? this out of the way. And I'm gonna need your hands, Cathie.
Yes, your hand model is waiting.
Hand model is waiting. So here's one that is completely dry, and you can see how subtle it is. The blue kind of takes over, and you got these hints of the silver metallic in there. Very, very pretty. And we are going to be using a handprint. So this is where your kid's handprint will come in, but since my handprints are much bigger than Cathie's, she is going to be our 7-year-old child today.
Actually, Delilah's hands are almost my same size. I have very small hands.
You have very small hands.
So this is full cart, multi-surface, totally safe for your hands or your kids' hands. This is the 8-ounce bottle, so if you are doing with this a large group of kids, it's a great size.
And this is where the kids actually have a lot of fun, because who doesn't like to paint their hands as a kid?
I know, right? Or how about as an adult?
As an adult. Right.
Okay, probably should have taken my rings off, but.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just gonna apply the paint just like that to the hand.
And spread your fingers
Did I do
out.
all? I did all of them, right?
Yeah, not your thumb though, I don't think. Did you do your thumb?
Oh, I don't remember.
Let's see. You can do them different ways.
I did not do my thumb.
No,
There's only 4 snowmen.
You did the 4 snowmen.
But if you had a real little kid hand, you could probably get them all to fit.
Yeah.
So you're just going to go right onto the ornament. This is the multi-surface paint, so even if you are using a glass ornament, it will work.
There you go.
If you have a spot that you need to touch up, just have your kids go right back over it.
Very easy.
Add a little bit more. It's very, very simple.
So there is our naked snowman. And
Nice.
again, here we go. Here's a dry one. So very simple. This one's dry, and this is where you're gonna want to add your details. So of course, Apple Barrel Paints has amazing colors, and here are the colors that we chose to create our snowmen. We got black for the eyes and for the little buttons that go down. We use the orange for the nose, and then we color coordinated the scarves with the hats. So come take a look at that, and that's what we did. So you're gonna paint this, and you can paint them any way you'd like. You know, be creative with this. This is really fun for the kids. You can do all sorts of different types of painting on top of there, and that's really your own style that you want to do. Yeah. So we did use our brushes here. These are great detailed brushes. So this is fine painting kind of right here, so you can get really in there, really small little spaces, and our detail brushes are great for that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I need to show the little detail painting, do I?
I think you should paint some eyes.
Do you? Oh, well, let's paint some eyes. Okay.
I think you should. What do you all think?
What do you think? Should we paint the eyes?
Hearts for painting.
Yeah? Okay. So let me show you. Let's get a close-up of this, Eddie, because this really shows the different size brushes here, and this is why I love this paint set, because you have everything from really small to a little bit larger, and the tips on these are really, really good. They get really in there, really fine little paintings. So if you don't have a pack of these, pick some up. They're at all the craft stores. Okay, Cathie wants eyes, we're giving her eyes. So let's do some black Apple Barrel. And let's move these over. Our table's getting smaller, it seems, Cath.
I know, right? It's like every time. Today we were like, should we put all the supplies out on the table or maybe do it behind us? And we thought, oh, we're gonna have to do, but there's a lot of little things
There's
today.
a lot of tiny little things. Okay, so I'm gonna paint these backwards because I'm a pro at this, right? So here we go. So I'm just gonna go do 2 little eyes there, and then right down here, you're gonna do 3 little buttons. You can do a couple eyes here. Let's do these eyes a little bit lower. Our snowmen are different. Do these right in the middle. Boom. Boom, boom. And you can see these brushes also hold a lot of paint, which is nice. I haven't even dipped back in. And then we'll do a couple more right here. And then go straight down here. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So there's that.
You know, you can even add, if you wanted to do some little names, you could paint names on there or print them out and Mod Podge them on, so you could have each family member represented. I can only imagine the silly hats my siblings would be wearing.
Okay, let's do maybe some smiles, which is easy. These are super happy snowmen.
Steve calls that his little checkmark smile.
I like that. We'll do this one a little smaller, and we'll make this one like, what? Let's get another brush out. How about we do a scarf? Scarves are really fun to make. Scarves are just a quick little swirl. So let's grab some of this pink here and let's dry off our brush a little bit. So this is a process, you can see. It takes a little bit of time. But
well, I think that's what's cool for the classroom is you could do each stage.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to, I think a lot of teachers are looking for a project that doesn't just complete itself in a short amount of time so the kids can really work on it.
So this is a flat brush here. You can see it's the flat side, and I just kind of take it, go like this. So it's very easy to make a scarf. And I would be doing this with different colors, but then we'll maybe make this one
They look like they're blowing in the wind.
They are blowing in the wind. Then we can go this way. So you guys get the idea. So there's some scarves, and then of course you continue on with your hat colors, and then you want to put an orange nose on there and some stick hands, and you can create yourself a little snowman ornament. So these are also great gifts, you know? These are great to make gift to grandma and grandpa, parents, whatever. And I always like to sign on the back, so we always either leave the backs empty or we have papers on our back so you can to and from.
I think it's nice to put the year too. You know?
Year also,
especially when the kids are little. That way you're like, oh, or age 3, age 4, whatever the age is.
Memories.
So next we're going to show you some mason jar ornaments. I've got this really, I keep saying mason jar lid ornaments. I've got this adorable dinosaur. Love him so much. And I've got this really cute paper straw tree I want to show you how to do. Now these are super simple to put together. We're starting with a 2-part mason jar lid. You could use any spaghetti sauce jar lid, pickle lid, any kind of lid, even if it's not 2-part. What you're gonna do is cut out a piece of paper, a decorative paper. This is a scrapbook paper, and that's going to be your backing. So if you see on that dinosaur there, that'll end up being your backing. And I'm going to use the gloss Mod Podge and just apply it to the back of the paper. Sometimes I can pick it up with my brush. And then you're gonna put it right onto the lid. Now, most of these lids, they have a little kind of well there. So you wanna make sure you go around that well first, like so, and then go up the edges. And you'll be shocked at that paper it doesn't crease up very much, but you just gotta start in the center and then press that all the way around. So you're just gonna cover the lid just like that. And then you have the option of a couple different things. You can put your paper in like that and create your ornament on the top. If you were doing a family photo or something, that could be a really fun way. Or you can glue it in this way, and that creates sort of a well or a little area where you could do a diorama in your ornament. So for this one, we just glued that in, and then we added all sorts of fun stuff. We added ribbon around the edge, our little dinosaur ornament, some little tiny fake snowballs. So it's a really fun way. There's so many tiny toys and ornaments and things out there. You can just glue those in and really have fun. The kids will love this.
Yeah, and you can do these with all sorts of lids. Mayonnaise lids, mustard,
yes, anything.
Pickles, so it's great recycling.
Now the other ornament I want to show you is this cute paper tree ornament. And it's the same thing. We put our paper in the back there. We did the ribbon around the edge. We've sealed it off in the back and made a real pretty finished look. This though, we use the sparkle, I put it away. We use the sparkle Mod Podge to create all that glitter on the tree. I hope you guys can see that glitter. Super sparkly. Now that started out as paper straws, and this is really simple to do. So I've got a pink straw, a blue straw, and then I have one straw that we painted brown with some apple barrel paint, and that's for the stem of the tree. So you can see all those straws there in the stem. So what we did was, I've got one that's half in progress, and for this we're really using Mod Podge as a glue, not really as a sealer. So it's great when you're working with kids because, you know, hot glue is great, but it can be a little bit dangerous. So we go ahead, just add some, boom, put that right in. And we cut these straws to be different sizes going up for our tree, just like so. And then you can see even for a gem, if you want to glue a gem, just add a dot there and then just drop your gem right in there. And that's all gonna dry clear. And then for the stem, we just cut little tiny pieces and you can see what that looks like there. To add that sparkle, it's the same thing that we did on the puzzle pieces. You just go in, grab some of that sparkle, and you just coat right onto your tree. And that's gonna dry clear, but sparkly. And you can layer it up. You could even glue little gems, all different kinds of things on there. Just like so. And that is how you create a paper straw tree.
With a little sparkle.
You know I like the glitter.
I know you like the glitter. Okay, so we are moving on to this ornament here, which is one of my favorites. Let me show you guys really quickly from the last project we did. You can see here, you can see the, marbleizing kind of effect starting to happen. So remember how that was completely clear. So here's the blue pretty. And the, and everyone's different. They're all different. So I just wanted to show you that because it's almost done. Okay, let's move this aside over here. And we are using the Podge Ultra now, which is this little gem right here. I love this stuff. Before you guys use it, you want to give your Ultra just a little bit of shake. Just get all those elements mixed together, like so. And I'm using this little wood ornament that came with a little plastic piece where in front, and so your photo would go right behind it. And it has these two little latches with a piece of backing that goes on. So you want to make sure you take that out first before you start this project. Now we're using the Ultra and we're using these gold beads that we have. We thought it was a perfect combination because these beads are nice and small, shiny, and very festive and holiday looking. So get yourself 2 bowls and you want to spray. Let me see, let me go up here and make it easy so you guys can all see that. And you're just going to spray and cover.
This is so shocking to me.
Yeah, and cover it like that. Then I take it out of this one and I put it in this one because I'm just going to load it up with these beads and I want these beads to fall in here so you can, these beads can be completely recycled. Cover your entire ornament. Keep that level there.
And this technique would work with pony beads or little pieces of pasta.
Oh yes.
Any fun little things.
And then I'm going to shake it off a little bit. There you go. That is your first layer. Now I like to let that dry for about a half hour. After a half hour, I'm gonna do a second spray right on top of that and add more beads and let that sit. Now you can see all these beads below here. That's why I like to use 2 different bowls because these go recycled right back in and none of the Ultra has hit it. So here is your first layer and you're gonna let that dry again and you're gonna do your second layer, put more beads on, and this is your end result. So you can build that up as much as you'd like because the Ultra is so super strong that it will not move off of this. This is a great project for all sorts of ornaments, not just this one. You can do your round balls, you can do your flats, you can do whatever. Anything you want to adhere, this is the stuff you want to use. It's amazing.
So one thing too I wanted to say is make sure with the toothpick, if you have a hole in your ornament, make sure you don't get a bead lodged in there.
Yeah, you just want to go right in.
Ultra, when it is dry, it is so solid and so strong.
Yeah, you can even take your toothpick and go around like that. See how some of those beads are coming off? Just go around and then go around on the inside. Some are falling off right now, so that's good. And then you can maneuver and see that little hole. We're gonna get more beads on there, but you wanna just make sure that hole is completely uncovered with beads so you can do a little tie. Yeah, and that's the other thing we do. We haven't talked to you guys about. We just use ribbons for ties on all of these things.
Yeah, very simple.
So that's it. It's pretty, right?
I love it.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I'm actually like,
Yeah.
maybe I'll make some of those for my tree.
We'll make more. Okay.
So now I want to show you Yes, Ultra, the spray. And
The
it
spray.
works with
Mod
paper to
Podge
paper
Ultra.
and all your regular
Yeah.
Mod Podge things. But to me, using it as like an embellishment glue like
Yeah.
that is just, it's shocking how well it holds.
Well, how strong it is. Let's just even go off the, the holiday charts. It's like this stuff is great for mosaics. So,
Yeah.
I mean, there's videos, we've done other videos on it. Check it out because it's a new product and we really recommend it. It also comes, this is the gloss, it also comes in matte. So if you're interested in the Mod Podge Ultra, you can go straight onto YouTube, Plaid online, and see the videos that we've done on this stuff.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
And even the glittering, like if you have ultra fine or chunky glitter,
Yeah.
you can do any of that with it. So now I want to share with you one of my favorite ornaments that we made, this is Kira. Y'all probably recognize Kira and her family. Kira works at Plaid. And this ornament was made with gift cards. So everybody gets those coffee gift cards or these gift cards, and this is another one where if you're a teacher or you're having an ornament party, you tell everybody, bring 2 expired gift cards, because they're basically roughly all the same shape. This technique will also work with a business card. So if you have a business card or honestly cut cereal box, anything. But I always have these and I'm like,
Always laying around.
I hate throwing them away. They're plastic. What can we do
And
with
they're
this?
durable. That's
Yeah.
what we liked about them.
So it's very simple. I went ahead and I cut out Kira's Christmas photo to match my gift card size. And I'm gonna use the gloss formula to attach that. And it's very easy. I'm just gonna add some to my card, like so. Look at those, this is a Target card. And then we'll add a little bit to the back of Kira's photo.
Make sure there's no cash left on those.
I'm positive. There's nothing left in the store after I go. They're like, do you need a bag, ma'am? I'm like, I need 30. Now you just place that right on top. And again, I like to go from the center and work my way out. Look how cute they are in their little fun festive Christmas sweaters. And just smooth it like that. Now at this point, normally I would let this sit about 15 minutes before I top coated it. And to top coat it for time, I'm gonna just go ahead and do it. But I like to wait that 15 minutes because I think it helps with bubbles. I feel like if it gives it a moment to dry and settle, then you're less likely to get the bubbles. But to top coat, you just go right over it. This is the gloss finish because we wanted something shiny for the holidays. We have satin and matte as well. So you choose the finish that's right for you. Just go around. Now on our finished ornament, you will see I have a border of glitter. That's super easy to do. So you just take your brush, I'm using a small brush, and you just go in and make an organic line. You don't need to tape it off or anything like that. Just go around that edge. You can do this to Christmas cards, anything that you want to add a little extra border to. If you've got gift tags that are kind of boring, you can just dip the little corner in and add some sparkle. And then we're just going to, normally this would be dry, so I'm gonna do the best I can to not get it all over. And you're working live. So then you would just tap off the excess.
Perfect.
Oof, I was nervous.
No, you did
Then
good.
that gives you that little border edge. And then the backing, we just decided to do full glitter. Because again, since these are gonna be most likely given as gifts, you wanna do the front and back. So for the back, it's very easy. Just coated my card. I'm thinking of the ladies at the girls' school. They're like, they recycle everything. We've got a huge recycling program. It's amazing. They would be very proud of, of this, not throwing this plastic away, coming up with a new use.
Well, that's the great thing about this. I'm so happy we did this idea because you can make ornaments out of so many different things.
With Mod Podge.
With Mod Podge.
So there we go. That was how quickly we glittered that.
Beautiful.
If you wanted to seal this glitter, once it's dry, you cannot do this. You can't cheat ahead on this.
Right.
Once this is dry, you would give a top coat. If I'm top coating glitter, I like to either use the gloss spray, which is very fast, just a or I like to use the gloss because the gloss keeps the glitter a little bit shiny still. And then to create the hanger, we just sandwiched, you want to use thin ribbon. So this is very thin ribbon because you don't want to add bulk to the inside. Just a thin decorative ribbon that we sandwiched in there, and then we glued the two pieces together and just added a little fun ornament on there. Very simple. You could add pom-poms, again, if you have macaroni bow ties that you have painted up or any kind of little holiday, kiss of an embellishment, just glue it right on there.
Open up that drawer, you know you have a lot of those embellishments laying around, everything, yes. Okay, let's move on to more mason jar lid ornaments. This is the one that we're gonna do next, and this one here is a fun one because we're using the mason jar lid and we're also using a milk or juice lid for this project, and we just kind of put it right on in there, and I'll show you quickly how to do that. So we got our lid here. We painted this one black. It used to be green, so we painted again. Whatever project you're doing, color coordinate, however it works. We found this cool scrapbook paper, and we found a coordinate plaid. That's right. And we found this punch that coordinated with our lid. We just punched it out.
There's a ton of punches out there that coordinate to these cap sizes. So if you're having a party, kids can cut the circle if they want, or you could create a cardboard template. But these punches will make it really fast and easy.
And the kids love to punch. It's fun. Okay, so here we go. Very simple. We're gonna do some Mod Podging right on top of the lid again. And we're gonna do the back of the paper here, which I like to do. Place that right on top. And now we can this is small enough to where I usually don't let these tiny little ones dry because the scrapbook paper is pretty strong on a small lid, and you don't really get air bubbles in these lids. Okay, so that's it. Very, very quick, very easy. And here we go. Here is our dried one right here. And I'm gonna show you very quickly how we did this little snowman. And one of my favorite tools is your fingers.
Your pretty fingers.
My pretty fingers.
Here, I'm gonna give you some paint.
Okay, and I used my little pinky, so it's 3 different sizes. So let's...
And again, this would be, you use your kids' handprint.
Yeah.
Grandmas and grandpas would love to receive an ornament like this.
Okay, so here we go. It's fun. So you take your pinky, you dip it in paint, and then your first one on the bottom here, you're just going to go right like that. Let me add a little bit more on that. So there's your bottom one. Second one, you want to go a little smaller, like that. And the third one, you just want a little kiss of him, like so.
So cute.
And then
He looks like Olaf.
he does. And what I like about these also is, they're not perfect circles, and these are your kids. You can go over it if you're missing a little bald spot like that. These are your kids' little fingerprints. So then from there, you'd want to let that dry, and then of course you're going to add on, once again, with these brushes, which are amazing, these detailed brushes. They get right on in there. You can do the small little, circles for eyes, the black. Did a little scarf there. This time we put a traditional snowman hat. And then of course we had this little tree laying around, this little fabric tree. We glued that in, and we glued with Mod Podge, the Ultra, we sprayed in the snowballs right there. And then Cathie added a really nice ribbon around that mason jar lid and added more ribbon to make a little hanger. So it's all kind of detailed out. So you really don't even know it's a mason jar lid. Once we're done.
You wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Now I did, on this one, we did not cover the backing because I wanted to show you what it ends up looking like. It does not look very pretty on the back. So again, you do want to cover your backs up.
Yeah.
Cover up those backs. And then it's such a great way to, recycle a lid.
Oh, and this one was fun. Let's show this real quick.
So cute.
Yeah.
This is our little fuzzy snowman.
So this one we did the same way. This time we have 2 different lids, and we Mod Podge the both lids and then sprinkled, what do we call this again, Kat?
That is flake glitter.
Flake glitter.
And it will go everywhere. So if you're working with kids, put it in a bowl.
Put it in a bowl.
Because it will fly.
So the 2 lids glued right down onto the mason jar, and then we just added the rhinestones. We did the pom-pom for a hat, and this is just a great way to recycle everything to make ornaments.
I love that we have 2 caps inside of a lid. Like
Yeah.
you could just, stockpile your recycling and then create all these
Layer them
really
up,
fun
layer them up.
ornaments.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, guys. We did 10 ornaments in this short amount of time. We hope that we've given you some great ideas to share with your kiddos or your
Yes.
grandkids, or if you're a teacher, with your students. These are all super family friendly. I don't know which one's my favorite.
I like them all. And we want you guys to make some of these and send us pictures.
Yes.
We would love to see what you guys have made.
And make sure that you tag Plaid Crafts in all of your social media posts, so whether it's on Instagram or Facebook, so that Plaid can see what you're making. And also you might get featured for Fan Fridays. We've got all sorts of fun things.
Yeah.
So be sure to like, share with your friends.
Thumbs up.
We will see you next time.
Everything. Okay,
on
guys.
Family Craft Night.
Happy holidays.